Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. In a no-holds-barred attack on the Election Commission, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi alleged that the poll watchdog was colluding with the BJP to steal elections in the country. Addressing a press conference, Gandhi alleged that fake people were added to voter lists and attempted to validate his point by showing the Karnataka electoral rolls. Now, the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha claimed that there was massive theft of votes in the Mahadevapura assembly segment of Bangalore Central Lok Sabha seat. And responding to the allegations, sources in the Election Commission hit back sharply, saying, या तो साइन करके दे या फिर भारत की जनता को गुमराह ना करें और चुनाव आयोग पर बेबुनियाद आरोप लगाना बंद करें, which means that the sources in the Election Commission are saying that either sign and submit evidence or stop misleading the people of India and making baseless accusations against the poll body. Now, what has Rahul Gandhi said? Rahul Gandhi claimed that out of 6.5 lakh votes in the Mahadevapura assembly segment, there was a vote chori, that is a vote theft of 1 lakh votes, over 1 lakh votes. And then he said that an internal research by Congress found that 1 lakh duplicate voters, invalid addresses, bulk voters in the Mahadevapura constituency in Karnataka. This is what he said. But if you look at the Bangalore Central, it saw a close contest in the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, while Congress candidate Mansoor Ali Khan maintained a lead for most of the counting. The final results saw BJP's PC Mohan securing a narrow victory margin of 32,707 votes. And Congress got 6,26,200 votes, while the BJP got 6,58,915. So Rahul Gandhi also pointed out that while the Congress won 6 out of 7 segments, it lost in the Mahadevapura segment, in which it was defeated by 1,14,000 votes. He also claimed that there was vote theft of 1,250 votes, with 11,965 duplicate voters, 40,009 voters with fake and invalid addresses, 10,452 bulk voters or single address voters, and 4,132 voters with invalid photos. Gandhi also said that 33,692 voters misused Form 6 for new or first-time voters. So these are the big highlights. But let's listen into what exactly Rahul Gandhi said. We'll listen to a chunk of this press conference, which was held at around 1:30 in the afternoon, and then we'll go on to our discussion with our special panelists. Let's listen.
1,250,000 वोट की चोरी 5 तरीके से होती है: डुप्लीकेट वोटर, फेक एंड इनवैलिड एड्रेसेस, बल्क वोटर इन सिंगल एड्रेस, इनवैलिड फोटो, मिसयूज ऑफ फॉर्म 6। डुप्लीकेट वोटर मतलब एक व्यक्ति 3, 4, 5, 6 बार वोट कर रहा है, या उसका नाम 5-6 बार आ रहा है। फेक इनवैलिड एड्रेस मतलब या तो पता है ही नहीं या फिर फेक है। बल्क वोटर सिंगल एड्रेस, एक बेडरूम का घर है, उसमें 50 लोग का एड्रेस है, और जब हम वहां जाते हैं वहां लोग ही नहीं है, वोटर ही नहीं है। इनवैलिड फोटो, या फोटो है ही नहीं, या फोटो इतनी छोटी है कि उसको पहचाना नहीं जा सकता। और फाइनली मिसयूज ऑफ फॉर्म 6। फॉर्म 6 नए वोटर्स के लिए होती है, जो 18 साल का होता है, पिछले इलेक्शन में जिसने वोट नहीं किया उसके लिए होती है। मतलब 18 से 22-23 की एज होनी चाहिए उसकी। तो इसका जबरदस्त मिसयूज हुआ है। अब थोड़ा दिखाते हैं। यह देखिए, गुरकीरत सिंह डांग, इनका नाम बूथ नंबर 116, 124, 125 एंड 126 में 4 बार। जूम इन कीजिए। ये देखिए, गुरकीरत सिंह डांग, फादर्स नेम रणबीर सिंह डांग, हाउस नंबर A413। वो दिखाइए। गुरकीरत कौर डांग, सॉरी, गुरकीरत सिंह डांग, हाउस A413, पूरब मैनर। 4 बार आता है। और ये सिर्फ एक व्यक्ति नहीं है, हजारों व्यक्ति हैं। ये मैं आपको लिस्ट दिखा देता हूं।
All right. So this is just one glimpse, Nisha, if you're backstage and if you can just cut it across. So let's go straight now into the discussion. Joining me this evening is Dr. Pyarelal Garg, the renowned election data scientist and academician. Thank you so much for joining. We have Mahmood Pracha, Supreme Court lawyer and activist. Mahmood, thank you so much for joining. And I'll begin with Mahmood. And what do you really feel about the press conference? Is it really a big expose, the kind which was claimed that it's an atom bomb and election commission will have to run for a cover? But what I clearly see on the Twitter is a letter which has been put out by the chief electoral officer of the Karnataka, and they have asked Rahul Gandhi to place his allegations in a signed declaration on oath to take the matter forward. Now, what does that mean? Election Commission is saying that whatever allegations you made, put it on a signed document and take it as an oath. Now, what kind of an explanation is that? And what you really have to say to this entire expose made by Rahul Gandhi and the Congress? Yes.
Finally, long awaited, better late than never, but it's a good beginning. Lot of hard work, I must say. And Rahul ji said many things, but one thing he said that lot of us people was saying this with a lot of hesitation, but I was never hesitant. That is what he said. So the one who was not hesitant has been proven right, finally. So he should listen to his own heart. I would give him this advice rather than listening to his advisors. Because today a question was put to him again on the EVM thing. So he did not speak from his heart and again gave a very nuanced answer for the EVM. So EVM still remains the biggest wrongdoer or the victory factor. Raja ki jaan asli EVM mein hi hai, that he should not forget. Having said that, now I come to the firstly I will respond to, and Rahul Gandhi ji has also responded to what this CEO of Karnataka election has said, that I am a politician, my word is enough. I am addressing the people of the country and this should be taken as oath. But let me tell you that I have filed this complaint about this issue only before the police on 5th of December 2024. And I have signed an affidavit regarding this mistake, this entire theft, and we have tried to register an FIR. This is my affidavit with the same complaint of which Rahul Gandhi ji is giving the proof today. So he has an affidavit also now.
Okay.
So the affidavit is also there. So his side of proof is complete. I think that should help him if he has some grain of truth. But most important thing which Rahul Gandhi today said is that one day the government will change and no election commission's officer, be it high or low, will be spared. So this is the biggest message which could have been given. So all Mr. Rahul Gandhi and all of us are asking election commission officials are that you perform your duties as per the constitution and as per this book. Do not violate the constitution, do not violate the law. Otherwise, you would go behind bars and for long periods. One more suggestion I would like to give. Now, what is the way forward? See, this exercise is a detailed exercise. I think public is already convinced. Pyarelal Garg Sahab is also sitting here. He is given so many data about every election that public is more or less convinced. And public is really feeling themselves that they vote for someone else and somebody else wins. So this reiteration is good, but what next? That is the biggest question. So
Yes.
that next thing is not going to the court. And I think
But
he has
Prasad, there is a
answered.
thing. Now, the data which you are saying that it's convincing enough, people are convinced. But will the courts find this data convincing? Will the election commission find this convincing? The very fact that the chief electoral officer of Karnataka says that please place all your claims as an oath on a signed document, what does that mean? Which means that they are dismissive about all these claims of made by Rahul Gandhi.
To think that would be naive, I would say. See, there is not even an iota of doubt that election commission is functioning as a worker of RSS and BJP. They have been appointed by Amit Shah ji and Modi ji against the wishes of the Honorable Supreme Court. So what do you expect? You are pleading before a culprit that you stop committing crimes in future and get yourself arrested. Is that possible? So courts, I don't think so, because courts themselves from 2018 onwards are saying we are under pressure. My view is in this regard, the moment you go to Supreme Court, and I'm saying this with full sense of confidence, you lose an issue. You are doing a biggest disservice to yourself if you approach the Supreme Court directly for any case. And I'm saying this once again, because I am the person who's won almost all the cases. Still, I'm saying this. Going to Supreme Court is the biggest mistake one can commit on these larger issues. Never. One should never go. Mr. Kiren Rijeju, I'll give you a practical example also, is today they are refusing a debate on SIR in the parliament. What is the reason Parliamentary Affairs Minister is giving? He's saying the matter is sub judice in Supreme Court. How can we have a debate? So therefore, if the matter was not in Supreme Court, there would be debate, there would be agitation, and so on and so forth. So what is next is most important. People are convinced, everybody knows that this is a rigged election. Elections after elections are being rigged. What is the way forward? See, court business, Pyarlal Garg Saab, me, Deva Sayan Saab, Kolse Patil Saab, we will handle the court business. Do not worry about that. And we have some claim also to say this, that because we are winning the cases, we will handle the court business. What is needed is come to the streets. And second thing which can happen, see, I have filed a case. Now, this event has happened, this entire criminal exercise or criminality or a crime has been, of which Rahul Gandhi ji was giving proofs of, has been committed in Karnataka. Congress is running a government in Karnataka. The police, I hope, will be acting neutrally if a complaint is lodged in Karnataka. If they want, I can send my complaint. It's a very, very serious offense which the election commission officers are saying. Register an FIR and collect evidence, not just of one seat. See, a political party, private people collecting evidence is a humongous task, and I must salute. This is a difficult task. I mean, it was not an easy job. It took 6 months for a largest political opposition party of the country. But the moment this is being investigated by a investigating agency, this task becomes very easy, because then they will be able to take what election commission is not giving to opposition political parties, because machine readable evidence will be available to an investigating agency in 1 second, or rather they will go and seize it themselves. How difficult is that? So two things are important. One, an FIR should be registered in Karnataka on the lines on which we have filed this complaint way back in 2014 itself.
Right.
And second, mass agitation. And I will tell you what is in the pipeline there.
I'm repeating it for the viewers. You said that two things now, I mean, the two steps which
Are the way forward.
Two steps which the opposition parties should be now taking. Of course, Congress has taken a lead over it because it is their investigation, that they lodge an FIR immediately. And second is that they start a mass agitation. This is what you said. Okay,
Yes.
now, Prachal, I'll hold you there. Let me go to Dr. Garg now, and then I'll again come back to you. Dr. Garg, according to you, how convincing is this data? The very fact that the state electoral officer of Karnataka is saying and asking Rahul Gandhi to sign the document on which he has made his claims and take an oath. What does that mean? Which means that the election commission still remains dismissive of all these datas which have been given. And also, I would like you to explain the different types of vote thefts which have happened, and the 5 categories which Rahul Gandhi has spoken about. And I'm just going to read that out for the viewers, though we have shown it. But the very picture states that the duplicate voters are 11,965. This is, of course, the Mahadevapura 1 assembly constituency they are talking about. Then fake invalid addresses, 40,009. Bulk voters in single address, 10,452. Invalid photos, 4,000 and something. That image is getting cut because of Rahul Gandhi's image. And misuse of Form 6, that is also more than 33,000. So this is the kind of massive and rampant vote theft which looks like in one particular constituency. Now, are you convinced that a similar model has been adopted across the country? Because this is the most natural question which will come to everybody's mind. That is this the methodology which has been adopted as far as vote theft is concerned? And has it been implemented across the country? Because this is the Madhavpura case. But what if it has been implemented across the country? That there's no proof for that.
Nidu, if I am to say in one line, yes, it has been adopted throughout the country, even now in Bihar, in SIR, all these things have been exposed by Ajit Anjam, by other papers that address easy, this, that. In one house, there are 100 votes. I have got less. You can see it. I have got the photographs. Tejasvi of the vote. 33 votes in, you can say, one house or two houses. So there are, already we saw in Delhi, 45 votes being registered, 30 votes being registered. Pradesh Verma's house, I think, near 30. Every MP of the BJP. So all these things are there. In one line, I will say, all these methodologies are being used. I will explain later on. Second, I must agree. I cannot but agree to Prachaj. They don't need to go to the court. The senior advocates are there and they know. Prachaj knows it very well how to go about it. They can go and they have a chance of registering an FIR because there is already a complaint supported by an affidavit. Now, what has the CEO of Karnataka wants? Already it has been, you can say, the Prachaji has lodged a complaint. So they should register the FIR, and I agree with him because I have been also working in the this profession because of the government issues. And we find government has produces such a tremendous power. All data will be available to them, which is not available to a political party or a private party. 3. The only solution is to go to the roads. If they don't go to the roads, they go to the court. You are going to the court which is not deciding things. There on Bihar, everything is before the court. Still, it is not being decided, and it will not be decided, I say. They are seeing everything. I can show you the data. Will you believe that in Maharashtra, when Rahul Gandhi said the vote has been, and you know, there was an article in Indian Express, and Devendra Fadnavis responded to it. I countered it by giving a whole data and full article in Sabrang. No, my point is that in Maharashtra, Rahul Gandhi has referred to in the
I'll
press.
just stop you for 2 minutes. There is a bite. Of course, we cannot play that out because it is an ANI bite. But Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh, and I'm going to quote exactly what he has said, though we can't play out that bite. He says, नरेंद्र मोदी वोट चोर है, पूरे देश का चुनाव चोरी से जीता जाता है, अब देश में चुनाव का कोई मतलब नहीं है. दिल्ली में हमने प्रमाण सहित शिकायत की थी लेकिन कोई सुनवाई नहीं हुई. दिल्ली का चुनाव रद्द करो, देश का चुनाव रद्द करो. So Sanjay Singh is saying that cancel all the polls, countermand those polls, because now there is no meaning of any kind of elections. He's given an example of what has happened in Delhi. He said that Delhi, they tried to submit all the proofs, but then also there is no meaning. So he's saying cancel the Delhi polls, cancel the entire elections which have happened. Yes, Dr. Garg, your reaction to it, and then I'll come to Pracha.
Now, I will say Sanjay Singh is right. Now the Bihar election has Bihar SIR has proved. ECI itself has agreed 65 lakh votes were wrong votes which were polled, which were in the voter list during 2024 Lok Sabha election. It is not only Sanjay Singh saying, Rahul Gandhi saying, Pracha is saying, I am saying. Now the ECI itself says that 65,000 people were illegal in the voter list. So the 10% people are illegal, 8.31%. It means the election is illegal. This is one. 2. Even in the rest of the voters, 7.24 crore, 72.4 million. There they have said BLO has not approved it, has not recommended it. What does it mean? So many others will be removed. So this scenario is there. In Maharashtra, you are talking. Similarly, in Maharashtra, the total population in July 224 was 12.79 crore. The voter turns out of it, under 18 population is 32.6%. Now it turns out to be 4.5 crore. So out of that, once we subtract it, the remaining population is 8.29 crore. But the number of voters in Maharashtra Assembly is 9 crore 70 lakh 25,119. So the Rahul Gandhi's allegation that around 1 crore votes have been uh, infused, inducted in Maharashtra is right. So once so many votes have been inducted, then the election is invalid. Next, the 4 or 5 points when he said, we have seen hundreds of votes even in Bihar, even now. What is happening in Bihar? In Maharashtra, it has happened. Karnataka, it has happened. In Maharashtra, there are hundreds of votes at one house. A very small house. In Delhi, it happened. So they have to see that during Bihar now, by doing all those hanky-bankies, they could not hope to win. Now they have devised another method that wipe out the votes of. And the Supreme Court is not going to do anything. The duplicate voters, the fake voters, the duplicate IDs, the fake photo, the blurred photo, and multiple, you can say, addresses, and a person voting at many places, maybe one person voting at 4 places, 5 places. So all these things, all these tactics are being used, and in the name of fairness,
Right,
the Election Commission and BJP have
right.
collided to do it. One is
Dr. Garg,
Dry,
I'll just stop
one
you
line,
here.
one line. Dry in more voters from 18 to 19. Go on registering every 3 months. Every 3 months registration means infusing
Right.
fake voters time and again.
Right. In fact, after what Sanjay Singh has said, that please cancel all the polls. Now, I'm reading here that Section 58A of the Representation of the People Act gives the power to the Election Commission to countermand the polls if there is any kind of electoral fraud. Now, the powers are there. Pracha, what will you really have to say? Should the polls now be countermanded because it is there well within the powers? The expose is there. A lot of ground reports have already, we've seen what is happening in Bihar. So what what are we really going to expect after Rahul Gandhi's expose? Will Election Commission really countermand, though it has the powers to do it? The electoral fraud is visible. It is convincing. The data looks very convincing, but will they do it? That's a question. Unmute. Pracha, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Since I am a lawyer who's handling election laws quite often, I must point out that 58A is only on the report of a returning officer. Now, countermanding the election can only happen when an election returning officer of that constituency says that there have been massive booth capturing, or there have been booth capturing, etc., or massive countermanding of election, or massive fraud which has been played during the elections. But here, point remains that the election commission is directly involved. They are using those machines to actually counterfeit the elections, or fix the elections, or manipulate the election for RSS and BJP. So that route is not open. One, two, but this request or appeal of Sanjay Singh ji, who's going to listen to that? See, their party was in touch with me before the elections. And they were willing to try to stop the voting machines mischief, but they did not take my advice fully. And he can ask his leader, because he was the one who called me up, and then I gave a detailed presentation how to stop this mischief through the machines. But they did not follow it up. So what I will now say is, see, Sanjay Singh ji has to, who is he appealing to? Election Commission. They are workers of RSS and BJP. They should start an agitation to fix a date. We've been trying to to protest again and again. So now they should take the lead. We will follow them, or tell me a date. We will organize a protest. They come and join us. Now, if protest is on, what will happen? I will tell you. Maharashtra elections, the government can fall because 90 upward of 100 petitions have been filed. Election petitions have been filed in Maharashtra. Upward of
Yes.
90 petitions have been filed against the Lok Sabha elections. 90. And
Right.
about 20 petitions in Haryana. Delhi, they have not filed petitions, but at least they will highlight this. And if
Yes.
there is impeccable proof which we people can provide by our work in various courts, we will provide the videography and all. Then
Right.
there is a slim chance of getting the election countermand in Delhi election also. But Maharashtra, Haryana, and Lok Sabha, these governments can fall. But the point remains: will the opposition are they actually serious? That's the question.
Yes.
So that's
So
the
you
way
have
out, and
doubts-
that's a practical
you have
legal way
doubts-
out. But it will not
That's why-
happen.
Pracha, you were raising this question, and that's why I'm asking: do you have doubts that the opposition, Congress has shown what it could do? They were working on it for 6 months, so we cannot question Congress's seriousness. But what about the other political parties? Will they get together now and come on the streets? And you are saying that there should be a direct countermanding of these elections, but that has to be done by the Election Commission, which is involved in this activity, allegedly, as claimed by Rahul Gandhi. So who's going to countermand the election? The courts, I don't know how encouraging they will be or how supportive they will be. So where is the question of countermanding the elections? And who will countermand? That is the biggest thing. It's not that the people will start running on the street and they will go and overthrow Ganesh Kumar or they will overthrow somebody in the election commission. It's not going to happen like that, no?
See, once the agitation is there, these very courts, this very Supreme Court, these very high courts will countermand the elections. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Because, see, I don't want to say that again and again and again. From 2018 onwards, people like us were shocked. Why do you think lawyers like us are on streets? Because judges asked us in so many words, we request the people of the country to come and save us. 4 sitting judges, 2018, don't forget. So we are on the streets for that reason also. So the moment there is, and people's court is the biggest court in India still. Once the people are on the streets, once opposition parties start an agitation, you would see these very courts giving judgments which are in consonance with constitution and law, which will be visible. We are not asking that you give us favorable judgments, but we are asking is decide the matters in time. Election
Right.
petitions have to be decided in 6 months. Which election petition is decided in 6 months?
Right. Just to inform
So
the
that
viewers,
is all we are asking, and this will not happen. You cannot give proof to the thief that you are committing theft. You cannot.
Right.
I mean, how intelligent is that?
right. No,
So-
but just wanted to put the things in perspective that today's presentation made by Rahul Gandhi was very, very granular. You remember 3 days ago when he was speaking to the reporters in Parliament, he said, we will focus on the granularity. And that's exactly the granularity on which he has focused today. Now, just reading a little example, of course, we can't play the bite, but I'll just tell you and read it out to you that small details, have come out in this press conference, like the same voter is casting votes at booths 166, 124, 125, 126. And there is one Aditya Bhai who appears in every election. He has taken the name of that voter and he's called Aditya Bhai, who has voted on many, many booths, on multiple booths, whether it is Maharashtra, Lucknow, Varanasi, or Karnataka. Now, I would like you to comment, Pracha, and then I'll go to Dr. Gardin. Yes.
See, I repeatedly say the devil lies in details. Whatever election commission says, prima facie, people of India take that as a lie. The actual devil lies in this. What is happening in SIR, what is happening on the ground, there the devil is. Not what they say, what data they dole out. They're all forced data. They're trying to project a picture which is not true. So wherever you will dig deeper, this will erupt. Anywhere you do it, this will erupt. But the point again remains, what is the solution? This is addressing, this is telling the people this is the problem. Problem everybody knows. People want solutions. And the biggest problem once again would be those machines. because if you don't remove that factor of machines, BJP and RSS cannot be defeated. I am telling you this. They will still win elections. So there is a diversion which I can understand. The sleeper cells are once again pushing him away from the. So there are various methods. There are about 10 to 12 major methods, major fraudulent mechanisms which BJP and RSS using their Panna Pramukhs, using the BLOs which are favorable to them. BLOs are appointed by Election Commission in consultation with RSS and BJP. BLOs are not appointed randomly. Their Panna Pramukhs are there. So everything is done in great detail. They plan out to the last detail, to the last voter. That can only be stopped. That cannot be stopped by opposition parties, workers. It will be stopped by Election Commission, which is acting fairly and neutrally as per law. If that doesn't happen, there are 12 methods. Half of them are not even in public domain. I can, and Prahlad Garg Saab will be also be able to tell it, but we don't want to divulge everything. But the methods are, but the biggest method is still the electronic voting machine. So one has to understand. But all that will run in, I mean, people will be scared to break law. Election Commission officials will be scared to break law if there is an agitation. Then you see
Right. So let's
how
inform the viewers. Political
I'm
reactions have
I'm scared that we are losing Bihar elections. I mean, not we, but India Gadbandhan is losing Bihar elections if they don't start the agitation now.
All right, all right. So political reactions have started coming in. There's a bite on the PTI of Sanjay Singh, and I'm just going to inform the viewers again what exactly he has said. He says that after Rahul Gandhi's expose today, nothing remains hidden. One person is shown voting in multiple states. What's the point of holding elections then? The BJP must understand that the entire country is not aware of this vote theft. Okay, so concluding comments to Dr. Garg. How would you summarize this whole thing? Now, there is a big expose which has happened. The entire country is watching this, and surprisingly, the mainstream media, the so-called Godi channels, they are also focusing on this expose, because I'm just looking at all the websites. They are talking about this expose made by Rahul Gandhi. So I'm sure it's going to have a far-reaching effect. People in villages, people in rural hinterlands, all of them are going to watch. And so what would you really say towards the end?
Nilu, first thing I must congratulate the Congress workers and Rahul Gandhi, who have done a very minute work, which we academicians do it, but normally the political parties have abandoned it. Usually they used to do it, but now they have abandoned, except BJP. BJP does it only for, you can say, rigging the election in one or the other way. And there are so many methods, and we are not going to expose it to the people because so many things should be kept close, as the Pracharya has said. Two, your question was, if the people come to, I am very happy that Rahul Gandhi has not ruled out the possibility of coming on the roads. He has said we have to decide in our group. So naturally the group has to decide. And I agree with Prachaji that India has lost Bihar election. It is not going to lose. By the way, the SIR has been conducted and the things have been muddled up in the whole mudslinging has happened even in the Supreme Court, this way, that way, and the Election Commission is trying to, I will say, bully the people who try to oppose them. Even now to Rahul Gandhi, even the Karnataka CEO is saying, who is a employee otherwise of the state cadre. So that way, we see the only way out is that once we go to the roads, you asked one question, I will sum up. Once the people go to the roads, the courts know it, the ECI knows it, now they will come to me. Now I will be in the dock. The Haryana government, which won 26 seats by a fraudulent increase of 2% votes on 7th of October, just 12 hours before the start of the counting, they will be falling. Maharashtra will be falling. Similarly, even I will say Delhi, there can be hanky-panky, there can be some problem. Even in the Lok Sabha, 79 seats we have counted in the BFD report. So these things will come to the people. And you have already said, even the Godi media is now coming up. So that media will also come up in the line because the exposures are there. Who will save Modi ji? Who will save Ganesh Kumar? So Ganesh Kumar is trying to do, and the machine is just like a air aircraft crash. Otherwise, one goes on cycle, one can fall, one can get some injury. Crash means everything is crash. So these machines are that, I would say, demon. So those demons are in the hands of ECI. There's no idea of appealing to ECI. There's no idea of going to the Supreme Court, to my mind at least. The only way out is to pressurize even these, is to go to the roads. And Rahul Gandhi, I must congratulate Rahul Gandhi and Congress. They have paved the way for that. They have shown the way for that. Now, instead of registering an FIR on Rahul Gandhi, FIR on Tejasvi Yadav, tomorrow on Sanjay Singh, the government as well as the agencies and the ECI will have to think twice. Last but not the least, the CEO of Karnataka is trying to mislead the people. He has lost by this statement itself, he has lost the moral right to stay in that seat. Why do I say? One line. The things have been exposed. A person has been voting at 4 places. Does he need any affidavit for it? Why should the election itself not investigate these things? The things are in the public domain. Everything has been put down. The election commission should check it up and then come out and counter Rahul Gandhi. Okay, no, we have checked it. You were wrong. Election commission saying you file an affidavit. I will put one example here. In PJ, 6 patients died. In Himachal, drug was prepared in Bandi. The Himachal drug control says, I don't have any complaint. Why it is your duty to have the better drugs, quality drugs? Why don't you see? Similarly, the election commission now in the habit of putting everything on the people. The duty which the election in Bihar, they said, you prove that you are a citizen. It is not our duty. So the election commission is going beyond the constitution, beyond the law, beyond the morality and ethics also, beyond the fairness of a government officer. So they are going beyond all, they are crossing limits. When these limits are crossed in our history, it is there that the people come to the roads and then the things get settled down.
Right. So after this big expose, now lots of things to watch out as to what is going to be the next step that Congress as a party takes. And as Pracha pointed out, that there should be an FIR, there should be a mass agitation. Will India Alliance as a whole come together on this particular issue? And remember what Tejasvi Yadav said, that once the proof is out and if we are convinced, we might boycott elections. So will the political parties boycott elections, or can they force the election commission to countermand the elections that have already been held? So much to watch out now, but this remains the biggest story. And as I said, mainstream media across the channels is focusing on this particular story. And I'm sure the world is watching today this big expose conducted by the Congress. Thank you so much, Mahmood Pracha, for joining. Dr. Garg, it was wonderful having both of you on the program. Thank you. Thank you, sir.